Hang on.
Yep. Perfect. Got it?
Great.
Oh yeah, 5 is one of the hard ones because it's only got one attachment point on the bottom, so you gotta, and it's pretty dang heavy, so you gotta slide it one way or the other until you can get to the line. Ow. All right, let's see, are we ready?
Yep.
Hi there. We're out on Folsom Lake, pulling up the excess scope on the FLYC racing marks. The lake is heading down, so we're going to pull up all the extra line. So we're out here at Mark 5, pulling up all the extra scope, and one of the most important things you got to watch out for is fishermen's hooks. Sometimes they get snagged on the line, and it's not a good thing if you let it run through your hands. So basically you pull up all the scope until we're directly over the anchor, as close as possible, and then we'll tie it up. There's another makeshift weight for line. We use floating line, and we have to keep it the excess scope down, so we put a little weight. A lot of times we'll put like a Coke can with some cement in it, something like that. I'll make another video on how to make those. We're pretty close. And then the next thing we want to do is, once you're pretty close to up and down, you want to check your bearings and see that you're close to, as close as possible to where you're supposed to be, before you tidy everything up. But this looks about like where we're at. So you want to leave about, in the winter, you want to leave about 10 feet of extra scope just in case. But in the summertime, you want to leave about 20 to 30 feet because the lake will be going up. So basically I'm going to go ahead and tie off here. And then start at that tie off point about 10 feet. And then start coiling it up. Again, also you want to check the mark to make sure it's intact, that there's nobody ran into it or put any holes. Make sure it's not sinking. If it is and you don't have a spare with you, you might want to just make note of it and bring a spare, make a new mark and bring it out next time. So basically you just bunch it up like you would a sheet. Just kind of wrap this around a few times and take it through and over, and then you want to tie up the excess with some zippy ties so that so it doesn't come loose. And basically you just put one on either side of the bunch that you did. You got to do it to both ends. You also want to wear crappy clothes when you do this. They say there's never any day on the water is a good day. Well, it's always fun, I guess, getting moss and stuff all over you.
Lake slime.
Yeah, and it smells good too. Rubber gloves are a good idea too. We'll do the same to the bottom. And then in the summer, when you're coming out, you're going to just basically cut the zippy ties and undo do this stuff. Then you do have to have some scope, so, or some slack. So sometimes you have to tie them back up. You'll be kind of doing, like I said, you want to leave out about 30 feet in the summer, and then or as it's going up. The other thing is you gotta, you know, in the summer especially, you gotta go out to the marina webpage. There's a link on how deep the lake is. You kind of monitor that. Oh, one more. Thanks, Mark. And then, you know, I just kind of make a note usually somewhere of the last time I did the adjusted the scope and what the lake level was, because I usually forget. I can't remember from month to month where I left off. So, and usually you only have to do this maybe 2 or 3 times in the spring and once or twice in the winter. All right, so basically that's it. We cast off. Again, I didn't show you in there was before we actually tied everything up. We should have checked the distance, but I can see it's a nice calm day. I can see Mark 4 and Mark 6, and we're about equidistance in between, so it's, you know, pretty much we're right on. And I can see the center mark right down the middle. So that's it.